He says I just whipped your ass. Who in the hell are you? I'm John Cena. What is the one quality that you possess? Ruthless aggression.
Okay, welcome back, guys. We're here on Monday, week 1, April 2003. WWE just ended some runs. But yeah, I don't want to do that. I'll do oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot I had to make WWE Network. Okay, I'm gonna go to Raw. Okay, Mark Henry and Rob Van Dam talk about their match that happened on a few Raws ago. And then Lance Storm and Kane are arguing while Jonathan Coachman was trying to interview Kane, and it will hop up a match upcoming tonight. And it gets a 52. Kane defeated Lance Storm with the chokeslam, and then Triple H and Derek Bischoff tell the crowd that tonight Triple H will face Chris Jericho in a match. Jonathan Coachman asks Chris Jericho if he's scared in any way, and Chris Jericho says that Y2J doesn't ever get scared, and that he's the greatest wrestler on the roster today, then, or ever. Goldust is doing some of his comedy chops, but he goes against Christian, even though Christian defeated him with the Unprettier. Randy Orton has an angle in which he finds out that he'll be facing a man tonight for his Intercontinental. Jazz versus Ivory. Jazz defeated Ivory by submission with after a distraction. Triple H and Lillian Garcia hypes up the match tonight. Randy Orton defeated Booker T to make defense number 5 of the WWE Intercontinental title. And it gets a 45, which is not bad. And then Triple H versus Chris Jericho gets a 72. Triple H defeated Chris Jericho with a pedigree. It gets a 55 and we lost popularity. Eddie Guerrero hops up the fact that he will be defending his United States Championship tonight on SmackDown. And then The Rock comes out and he's calling out Edge due to Edge's recent cheating using Paul Heyman. And Edge spears The Rock and leaves him down in the ring. And then Edge has a match coming up, and Edge defeated Billy Kidman in 6 minutes and 17 seconds in a hardcore match after Paul Heyman hit Billy Kidman with a chair. And then Ron Simmons defeated Nathan Jones with the Dominator. But as soon as he beat him, Brock Lesnar came out and did 6 F5s. And then Eddie Guerrero does make defense number 1, the WWE United States title for a 44. John Cena is approached by Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman says that he could get John Cena anything that he ever wants. All he has to do is join. And John Cena looks for a second, and then pulled Paul Heyman in an attitude adjustment at him. And then Stephanie McMahon says that tonight, Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit will face off. And then Shelton Benjamin versus John Cena. John Cena defeated Shelton Benjamin with an attitude adjustment for a 54. Rey Mysterio was out here holding a promo about how his legendary Royal Rumble win was short-lived, and Rhino, as he turns around, Rhino spears him. But then The Undertaker defeated Matt Hardy following an interference from Edge that gets a 68. And then the main event gets a 74. Chris Benoit makes defense 2 of the WWE Heavyweight title. I'm going to say it here. Week 2 of April's can be draft. Okay, we're bringing our backstage rating back up. These are everything that's bad. But these are the people that's kind of doing mildly negative. And we have most of these people doing good stuff backstage. Release request. Okay. Didn't use him much. You know what? Yeah, we use Devon. We could give Devon a title opportunity. Okay. For our first pick, going to SmackDown. Our first pick is Christian. Now Raw's turn. Raw is gonna get Eddie Guerrero. SmackDown picks Randy Barrett. No. SmackDown will get Kevin Nash. Let's see. You know what? There's an easier way for me to do this. Okay. We figured out somebody new getting traded to SmackDown. Shawn Michaels. Now, he'll be able to bring a lot of stuff to it. Coming back to Raw is Jeff Hardy. Coming to Raw, The Big Show. Coming to SmackDown, though. Booker T. Let's see. Due to we can't have two of the same champions on two different ones, we will strip Randy Orton of the title and send it to SmackDown. This United States will come to Raw. The reason that we don't want to draft Randy Orton to SmackDown is because we can't afford to lose Randy Orton at the moment. He's in his stable. And due to Booker T coming, if he is still tag team champion, he will have to relinquish it. He's not, so he's good. You know what? We will have I think we'll have Mick Foley go to SmackDown. And we will have Rey Mysterio come to Raw. Let's see. Tommy Dreamer will go to SmackDown. And Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas will come to SmackDown Raw. Maybe we can get Goldust. Wait a second. How are we gonna do this? I don't think that we can keep Charlie Haas and Sheldon Benjamin. Will we strip them of the titles? Yeah, I guess so. Now, Lance Storm will go to Raw, SmackDown. And we will get Edge. Due to that, two things has to be done. Due to Paul Heyman isn't coming with him, he'll have to leave. Now, we will also have to end either the storyline, we will end it. You know what? We'll even make a new one. It'll be Matt Hardy versus Booker T. Which I personally think this is gonna be good. Okay. Now, there's a couple people I'd love to... You know what? Let's bring up... I have to choose which one. Let me go real quick. Okay, AJ Styles will come up. And with that being said... Hang on, I gotta see where he was gonna be drafted to. AJ Styles will be going to Raw. Which is not gonna be bad. AJ Styles on the Raw is gonna be pretty good, I feel. Let's go into it. Okay, Eddie Guerrero comes out after the Raw intro and says he's here to face the best of the best that Raw has to offer. Stacy Keibler is out here, and she hypes up her injury return date. The Sandman vs. Terry Funk in a hardcore match. The Sandman defeated Terry Funk in a White Russian leg sweep. AJ Styles came out and held an angle, and it got terrible, but his match got the same rating. AJ Styles defeated Horace Hogan with a Styles Clash. Jeff Hardy gets asked by Jonathan Coachman if he's scared going into his match with Randy Orton, and Jeff Hardy says, "No, I can't be scared." Steve Austin comes out and does what chants. And then Kane defeated Rey Mysterio with a Tombstone Pile Driver for 47. Jeff Hardy defeated Randy Orton by submission somehow. Afterwards, though, he's sitting there celebrating. Batista runs in and Batista bombs Jeff Hardy down into the mat for a 52. Lillian Garcia asks Chris Jericho about his match later against Eddie Guerrero, and he says he will win because he's the best. Molly Holly makes defense number 1 the WWE Women's title for 49, which is not bad. And then Chris Jericho vs. Eddie Guerrero gets a 68. It looked like Eddie Guerrero was about to win, but Triple H interfered so that his rankings would stay the same. Okay, Shawn Michaels arrives on SmackDown and says that he wants to face the very best that SmackDown has to offer. Shane McMahon says, "Oh, well, in that case, you can prove it tonight." He says, "In fact, in a match with The Undertaker." And Stephanie McMahon comes out and says that tonight, The Undertaker will not be at SmackDown. But right after she says this, his music hits, and he comes down to the ring and points at Shawn and says that he will be at SmackDown. The Rock is bringing more popularity by doing his newest movie by, I don't know what you, hang on, let me think of what you call it, kind of showcasing it. But Booker T defeated Lance Storm with a scissors kick in 5 minutes and 21 seconds. We've got a tournament for the vacant tag team champion, well, the vacant intercontinental championships. John Cena and Ron Simmons is backstage. The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels hold an angle, and Shawn Michaels says that he will defeat Undertaker if it's the last thing that he does. And D'Lo Brown is asked by Josh Matthews about his upcoming match and how he feels about it. He says he will win the Intercontinental Championship. Maven versus Rhino. Maven defeated Rhino with the... Rhino defeated Maven with the gore. The match was part of the Intercontinental Championship tournament. And then Matt Hardy versus John Cena. John Cena defeated Matt Hardy with an attitude adjustment. This match was part of the Intercontinental Championship 1-2. Christian is asked by Josh Matthews how he feels about his upcoming match, and he says, "Well, I'm going to win." D'Lo Brown versus Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer defeated D'Lo Brown, and the match was part of the Intercontinental Championship tournament. And then Christian defeated Chuck Palumbo with an unprettier, and this is probably the highest match for the Intercontinental Championship tournament. But we see Chris Benoit defend his WWE Heavyweight Championship against Chavo Guerrero Jr. And then The Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels gets a 61. Oof. Eric Bischoff welcomes the show to Raw by saying that tonight we will see a match of Triple H versus Raven, Goldberg versus Big Show, and Chris Jericho's in a World Championship match for the main event. The Big Show is mad that he has to face Goldberg. Eddie Guerrero is kinda joyful. Then we see Victoria and Ivory hyping up their feud. And then Ernest Miller takes and he walks out, and he's kind of, if he needs to be just a replacement referee, he says. Terry holds an angle in which she's hunting for managers. Triple H defeated Raven and it got a 61. Jacqueline wasn't very good as a referee, which hurt the match. Not bad. Goldberg defeated the Big Show with the spear for a 54. And then afterwards, Triple H started brawling with him. And then Stacy Keibler says she's almost ready to come back. And then Evolution makes defense number 1 of the WWE World Tag Team titles. RVD gets hyped up in a match, and she says, does he think that he can actually be able to outcome in the match? He says yes. We see Eddie Guerrero defeat AJ Styles for a 64. Eddie Guerrero makes defense number 2 of the WWE United States title. It was not a bad match. RVD versus Shelton Benjamin got a 58. RVD defeated Shelton Benjamin. And then Jeff Hardy defeated William Regal for a 53. And Jeff Hardy was penalized due to the effects of going through personal issues. And the main event was Chris Jericho versus Ric Flair. Chris Jericho makes defense number 1 of the WWE World title. We introduced a new broadcaster, WWE TV, because I made a mistake. See, I made WWE Network, and I meant to make it with a subscription service. And then we will see the Raw done. Hardly spectacular. Let's see where our backstage morale is now. 49. We have Backlash in 5 days. Let's get to it. Shawn Michaels and Christian hold an angle, and Christian sees Shawn Michaels and tells him good luck in his match tonight. Tori Wilson and Matt Hardy are backstage, and Matt Hardy's flirting with Tori Wilson. We then see Billy Kidman come out and call out Lance Storm. The whole crowd's thinking that they're about to start brawling, but instead Billy Kidman asks Lance Storm if he wants to be in a tag team together, and he says, sure. So it's the Kid Storm is what the tag team is. Paul Heyman comes out and tells all the champions that they better watch out because the Beast Brock Lesnar is loose. Dawn Marie defeated Nydia with a move for a 10. Orlando Jordan came out and held a promo for a 17. And then Bone Bone Bigelow and Nunzio versus Kid Storm. Kid Storm wins the tag team titles. The Rock and John Cena hold an angle, and The Rock tells John Cena he's a dollar store version of Vanilla Ice, is what he says. And John Cena proves that he's not by defeating Rhino with an attitude adjustment. And then Christian defeated Tommy Dreamer with an Unprettier. Matt Hardy defeated Spanky with a Twist of Fate for a 47. Ooh, that sounds bad. Shawn Michaels vs. The Rock. Shawn Michaels defeated The Rock with the Sweet Chin music, but during the match we also had Sting run in and attack HBK. We've got to grow it some more. Okay, the two that started the show was AJ Styles and CM Punk's match. AJ Styles defeated CM Punk. And again, we had to borrow CM Punk for this one. Michael Hayes and Billy Gunn hold an angle, which gets a 38. Tori Wilson and Dawn Marie hold an angle for a 45. Stacy Keibler is saying she's coming back soon. Molly Holly made defense number 2 of the WWE Women's title in a 46 match rated when Ivory versus Victoria's feud gained heat. Evolution defeated the world's greatest tag team and made defense number 2 of the WWE World Tag Team titles. Then Nydia defeated Dawn Marie. Nydia wins the WWE Divas title. And then Trish Stratus is holding an angle. Christian versus John Cena. John Cena wins the WWE Intercontinental title. And then Shawn Michaels versus Sting had a once in a lifetime match. Shawn Michaels defeated Sting with the Sweet Chin music for a 61. And then Edge holds an angle for an 80, not bad. Chunk Palumbo versus Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy defeated Chunk Palumbo by pinfall. And then Chris Jericho versus Triple H. Triple H wins the WWE World title once again for a 76. And then Kid Storm versus Mattitude version 1. Mattitude lost to Kid Storm for a 45. Okay. Raven versus Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero makes defense number 3 of the WWE United States title. Not bad. Edge versus Booker T. Edge defeated Booker T with submission with an educator. And then the main event was Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle versus Mick Foley. Chris Benoit makes defense number 4 of the WWE Heavyweight title. Woo! We increased our popularity in 14 regions. Okay. We're gonna stop it here today, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, your family, but the most important, share with your dog.